How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing great out there wherever you are. I'm Lucas Hoge, and I want to start off by saying thank you to American Songwriter for having me do this little hour of songs and stories behind the songs and inspiration behind the songs as well. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope everyone is doing great wherever you're at in the world and getting through this whole mess that we are in right now. So I'll just start right in. So I've got a song that I want to do for you guys. That's one of my favorites. I wrote with a friend of mine by the name of Jordan Davis. I'm sure you're all familiar with his music. He's killing it out there at country radio right now, and has written some amazing songs as well. And how this came about, this song's called Bad People, and how this song came about and the inspiration for the song. So I was literally booked to write down at a publishing company downtown. And when I get there, I guess the other co-writer, it got mixed up, but anyway, the co-writer that I was supposed to write with didn't show up or had another write and got double booked. I can't recall exactly what happened. But then there was another writer that happened to be upstairs that had the same thing happen to him, so the calendars got mixed up, so he didn't have a co-write either. So needless to say, they put us together, and it was me and Jordan Davis, and that's how we became friends, and that's how we started writing, and this was the first song that we ever wrote together. So I'm going to do it for you right now. Let me know how it sounds out there. You guys, welcome to my studio, my space, my creation area. Hope it sounds good to you wherever you're at. So this one's called Bad People.
Great granddaddy whiskey and false bottle pickup truck. Every back road of Mississippi, you gotta get by when the times get tough. It landed in my room, departure in May 2403. When the crops won't grow and the well runs dry, you still gotta raise your family. No, you ain't bad people, just did a bad thing. When your back's to the wall, you can climb or fall. Sometimes you just gotta make a piston swing. No, you ain't bad people, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, you gotta live with the choice and what it brings. No, you ain't bad people, I might have done a bad thing. Oh, oh, oh. We were 5 small kids in a two-room shack, doing the best to make ends meet. I remember one night, Mama run to the door, flashing blue lights and the sound of police. They were asking about the whereabouts of my old man last night, yeah. 'Cause the bank got robbed and got away. But Mama said no, he was here all night. No, he ain't bad people, just did a bad thing. When your back's to the wall, you can climb or fall. Sometimes you just gotta make this and swing. No, you ain't bad people, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, you gotta live with the choice of what it brings. No, you ain't bad people, I might have done a bad thing. Oh, 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 oh. No, you ain't bad people, you just did a bad thing. When your back's to the wall, you can climb and fall. Sometimes you just gotta make a distance swing. No, you ain't bad people, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, you gotta live with the choice of what it brings. No, you ain't bad people, I might have done a bad thing. Oh, 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 oh.
There you go, everybody. Thanks for joining me again. If you're just joining me, I'm Lucas Hoge. Appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with us here on American Songwriter, and thank you to American Songwriter for having me come on today for this live session. So I'm going to tell you some stories behind the songs that I'm about to do. Again, that was Bad People. I wrote that with Jordan Davis, and the inspiration behind that song was just I had a very close family member. I won't name names, but at the time that I was thinking about this idea for this song, he was not in the best of places. He was doing some crazy stuff, but he is the salt of the earth guy. Will give you the shirt off his back, empty his wallet out for you, whatever, and just did some bad things. But he's a great guy, so great guy, great people doing bad things. It just happens sometimes, and that came the inspiration of the song, Bad People. So I'm gonna go back through and say hi to some people here. Jody, nice, thank you very much. Amy, hello from Georgia. Joshua, I like that, good song. Done well. Thank you very much. American Songwriter here. They sent me some great questions and inspiration behind these questions and the stories behind these songs. So I'm going to get to those. Each song we have a little bit of story to talk about. Out Fried. Greetings from Germany. How's it going? Christy, sound great. Thank you so much. Costa Rica, Larry. Appreciate you all for hanging out. And I apologize if the lights back here start flickering. They're working on the power. We finally got power back last week after the storm, so they're still working on it a little bit, which is crazy. We were without power for 4 days. And they're getting it back going. At least we have power now, but it does flicker every now and then. So apologize. I hope you guys are cool with it. Or I could just say, it's part of the lighting features in my studio. They just go off whenever they want. This next song is called Compares to You, and I wrote it with my good friend Drew Powell, great Canadian songwriter, amazing artist in his own right as well. So the story behind this song, we were just sitting there, and actually we had a great title, and it was a title that we didn't know had already been written by an amazing songwriter artist that's out there at country radio right now, and I hadn't heard it at the time. And then we get halfway through the song, and we take a break and we go off for a few days and we come back to it, and I'm like, hey, I heard this song with the same title. Completely different concept, but completely the same title. So we decided to rearrange a few of the words and give it a new title, and it worked just as good. So I hope you guys like this one. It's called Compares to You, and I'll get to that after a few questions that have come in here. One question was, do I tend to write solo or co-write more often? So that's a great question. I mainly like to co-write more often than writing solo, just because, 2 heads, 3 heads are better than one. But what I like to do, I do take a different approach, and that was the second half of the question. Do I take a different approach in different ways? And I do. So I generally, when I'm sitting in my studio and stuff like that, thinking of ideas and melodies, I kind of just do that. I think of ideas and melodies, and I put different things down and record them, and then take those melodies or ideas as well to the group of my close songwriters and trustees that I write with quite often. So that's kind of how I do it. I start out with ideas and melodies in my head and try to always come to a writing session with at least a few ideas, so that we can bounce them off each other, see what everybody's feeling like writing that day or interested in. And that's a big part. You want to trust the songwriters that you're writing with, because we are bouncing different ideas off so many. Everybody usually comes to the table with 2, 3, 4 ideas at a time sometimes, which is great, but you never want to accidentally or on purpose or whatever take some of those titles that come from somebody else and take them to a different group. That's just not very ethical. So it's great to write with writers that you can trust and writers that trust you. So that's kind of how I take my approach, and it's worked out for me great. Everybody that I write with is just fantastic, and I love hanging out with all of them, and I can't wait to get back in a room together instead of over conferences like this. So this is Compares to You by myself and Drew Powell. Go check out Drew. He's got some great music out there. Tweak this a little bit so we're all able to hear everything really good. That might be too loud.
drink at some bar, hold the door and walk her to a car. Had a good time, say goodnight. We should do it again sometime. But all this small talk feels the same, yeah. I can see from Groundhog Day. Well, I'm stuck, I've had enough. Gotta find a way back to us. And your long hair and baseball cap, worn out jeans and that kind of laugh that you can't help but laugh too. Girl, I'm talking about you and your bite my lip kind of kiss. Bedroom eyes that you don't forget. No matter who I'm with or what I do, no one compares to you. Ooh, no one compares to you. Yeah. I've done everything I can, kissed some new lips and held a couple hands. It's never right, it don't feel like the way it did when it was you and I. You had to go, I had to stay. There wasn't any other way. But my heart ain't listening, time ain't fixing the all of you I'm missing. And your long hair and baseball cap, worn out jeans and that kind of laugh that you can't help but laugh too. Girl, I'm talking about you and your bite my lip kind of kiss. Bedroom eyes that you don't forget. No matter who I'm with or what I do, no one compares to you. Ooh, no one compares to you. Yeah. Well, girl, I'm finished trying to give you up when we ain't done. So I'm on my way back to us. And your long hair and baseball cap, worn out jeans and that kind of laugh that you can't help but laugh too. Girl, I'm talking about you and your bite my lip kind of kiss. Bedroom eyes that you don't forget. No matter who I'm with or what I do, no matter who I'm with or what I do, no one compares to you. Ooh, no one compares to you. Yeah.
There you go. Little compares to you, everybody. Hope you guys liked that one. Doug says, that's great. Christy, if you on YouTube, I'm going to gain a new subscriber. Hey, thanks so much. Yes, we are on YouTube. Got a lot of great stuff coming out right now. So please go follow me on all my socials. My socials are just at Lucas Hoge. Hoge is Hoge. And then that's just it. We kept it super easy, super simple. So just at Lucas Hoge, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We got some fun stuff coming out on TikTok soon too. But then I've also got a TV show coming out called Hoge Wild. So go follow at Hoge Wild TV as well. That's going to be on Sportsman's Channel. It's a big lifestyle, outdoor hunting, fishing show. Just a fun show all over the world. So it's cool. Thank you, Christy. So please go follow me there. Laura, sounds good. Appreciate you all. And then I'm going to go back here for a little bit and talk to some other people from England. Kelly is from England. How's it going? Dallas Jackson says he loves the lighting setup. Well, thank you very much. American Songwriter, hello to Larry, Costa Rica. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Thanks, Lisa. So the next song I'm going to do is my brand new single that is going to come out May 29th. And I'm real excited about this one. This is a song that I wrote with a good friend of mine by the name of Philip Lamond. And we were sitting there maybe a year or so ago, year and a half ago maybe, and trying to figure out what to write about. It was kind of a rainy day, not unlike today. We were sitting in East Nashville in his house, eating a sandwich that he made or whatever, and we're sitting there, excuse me, going back and forth with ideas. And again, I had this idea in the back of my head for quite a while. I wanted to write a song to honor my dad and how I was raised growing up and things like that. And it was called Wishing I Was Fishing. And I wanted to write that song. And Philip had just lost his dad about 2 years ago. So those feelings were super fresh in his heart as well. And we were sitting there writing, and it was going great, you know. And then I get a call halfway through the song, and I've been blessed to go play at the Grand Ole Opry a number of times. And every time they call, I'm so excited. It's like Christmas morning, you know. So they had a cancellation. They asked if I was off the road and if I had time to come in and play the Ryman that night. And I said, absolutely. And I literally finished the song that I was writing, Wishing I Was Fishing, and I debuted it the same day on the Grand Ole Opry stage, which was so cool. Nerve-wracking, to say the least, because I don't always recommend debuting a brand new song like that on an amazing stage like that. But it paid off. So this is the song, Wishing I Was Fishing. And then I'll get to some more questions, if you guys don't mind. Yeah, I'm wishing I was in that old plywood boat, a 3-horse pull-start motor and a cooler full of Cokes. Just watching those bottles going down, and hear the splash of a 5-pound bass. Man, I love that sound. Just me and my old man. Oh yeah, I'm wishing I could just ride that memory back, feet dangling off the tailgate, across the pasture, through the grass. Yeah, I'm wishing for a sunny summer Sunday that would never get too late. Dad would never say, we got one last cast. Yeah, I'm wishing that I was fishing, wish I was laughing at one of his worn-out jokes, but I beat him to the punchline. That's what he loved the most. Yeah, he taught me how to treat a girl. He gave me my first beer. Man, he was the center of my world. God, I miss my old man. Yeah, I'm wishing that memory back, feet dangling off the tailgate, across the pasture, through the grass. Yeah, I'm wishing for a sunny summer Sunday that would never get too late, and Dad would never say, but we got one last cast. Yeah, I'm wishing I was fishing. Oh, just give me one last cast. Yeah, I'm wishing I could just ride that memory back, feet dangling off the tailgate, across the pasture, through the grass. Yeah, I'm wishing summer Sunday that would never get too late, and Dad would never say, we got one last cast. Yeah, I'm wishing that I was fishing. Don't y'all wish you were fishing right now? I know I was. Thank you guys so much for all the hearts and the thumbs up. I appreciate it. A big hug from Colombia, South America. Nice music. Thank you so much, Carlos. Appreciate it. I don't know why you appeared, but hello, beautiful voice. Thanks, Sarah. Appreciate it. Again, thanks so much for American Songwriter for having me on today. If you're just joining me, I'm Lucas Hoge. doing some songs for you today and telling some stories about it and answering some questions as well. So getting back to some questions from, here we go. It says, what has your songwriting process been like in quarantine? So the process is a little bit the same. We kind of try and sit around and think of ideas and bring melodies up, but then we're having to do this social distancing thing, so we're doing a lot of Zoom, house party type stuff when it comes to writing, so we're virtually writing. I just wrote with a buddy of mine from England, actually. My buddy Jonesy is back over in London right now, actually, and we were writing the other day, so it's great, but it takes away that human connection as well, because a lot of times when you get into a room, it's a certain vibe that starts building up when you're throwing song ideas out and just throwing melodies out. So you're missing that vibe a little bit, quite a lot. But it's great to maybe start songs, get songs going with your writing pool. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Still doing a few virtual writes, but we're probably starting next week or maybe early June, we're going to get back into the rooms together. So I'm really looking forward to that. And so that's been my process during quarantine. Another question that has come in from this American Songwriter was, how have you stayed motivated and inspired during these times? Wow, that is a great question as well, because it does get hard, to stay motivated in these times. And I'm sure you all are going through this too. A lot of you have probably been laid off, can't work, don't know if your job's going to be there or not. And, that's kind of where the music industry is for a lot of us as well. So I know all of my shows, except for one show right now, has been canceled or moved to 2021. And that's pretty hard when, you make your money out there on the road touring nonstop. So that's when that revenue stream gets cut down, you sometimes get cut down yourself, inspiration-wise and mentally. So you're just sitting here trying to think of ways and parlay those into different types of ways to generate revenue with your music online, really build up your social following, supply content to your YouTube channel and all things like that. So you're just trying different things, and hopefully those will keep me motivated anyway. And definitely the Zoom conferences, doing happy hours with friends, family, those are the things that keep me motivated as well. And hanging out with my wonderful wife, and she's great at keeping me motivated. A lot better than I am at keeping her motivated. She's so much better at it than I am. So thank you for that question. I appreciate that. Lisa, thank you for the lovely comment. Love. She says she loves the voice. Thank you. Do you have merch and I can purchase to support you? Yes, Sarah, thank you so much for asking. I do have merch, and you can find it all at lucashoge.com, or we've got a merch account on the Facebook page as well. Please do. We've got great hats for sale, great shirts, shot glasses, you name it. We've got some amazing things out there. Please follow me on Spotify and all the digital outlets as well, Amazon Music, you name it, Pandora. We've got great singles coming out. I've got a thing that I do every Sunday called Sunday Sessions, where I do these old hymns and kind of resurrect them a little bit and bring a new life to them. So follow me every Sunday morning. We do a Sunday Sessions, and I'm actually going to keep doing the Sunday Sessions live. So there'll be a Sunday Sessions kind of exclusive with my social media partners that they'll post. It's usually around 8, I think, in the morning, 8 or 9 in the morning, and then I'll do the live version that goes for about 30, 45 minutes sometimes at 10 a.m. So yes, thank you for asking about that, Sarah. So yes, please, and I implore you all to support your favorite artists out there, whether they're indie, you name it. We're all going through some tough times. I know you guys are all going through tough times too, whatever you're doing. So every little bit helps, and it's very, very much appreciated. Bill asked what percentage of my songs are co-written. I would say 98% of the songs that I write are all co-written songs. I started writing at a very young age, and you got to write a lot of bad stuff to get to one good stuff. So I'm very blessed to be able to co-write with some amazing, talented songwriters and friends in this town. So speaking of which, this is one song that has done very, very well for me. And it's called The Power of Garth. So The Power of Garth was a song that meant a lot to me, and it's probably one of my most successful songs to date. This was my first top 30 single. And one of the questions that came in from American Songwriter was, what does The Power of Garth mean to you? The Power of Garth, so I grew up a huge Garth Brooks fan, first of all. I grew up in a little town of 44 people in Nebraska called Hubble, Nebraska. and you know, Garth's out of Oklahoma, so we have that connection there. And I just gravitated towards his music and the way he could deliver a song and just be up there in front of tens of thousands of people with just a guitar and keep those people on the edge of their seats, you know. And that's what I loved about it, and it just blew my mind, you know, and diving in. And I've got lots of great stories about my connection with the Garth Brooks team and his band. One of the first bands I ever played with when I moved to town was Garth's entire road band in the studio, because I was writing songs with his lead guitar player, James Garver. But that's a whole nother story. And when this song came about, it was a no-brainer for me. I had to do it. So the music video is really fun as well, and I'm going to do it for you right now. Hope you guys mind. And it's this song, you can purchase it on the Dirty South album, which please, I would be greatly honored if you would all go download the album, stream the album like crazy. This one's called The Power of Garth. Hope you like it.
My old man worked his fingers to the bone, but always made time for us when he got home. Grab Mom and me a glass of tea and those old cassettes. That memory is still as sweet as it was back then. 'Cause every time I hear the thunder rolls, I'm right back 10 years old. Those songs are like the soundtrack to my life. Well, I was too young to understand why Mama cried when she heard the dance. Those melodies will forever be wrapped around my heart, and that's the power of Garth. I was stuck in my truck, all backed up on the interstate. Much too young, took me back to yesterday. So I cranked it up and sang along. I closed my eyes and it took me home. 'Cause every time I hear the thunder rolls, I'm right back 10 years old. Those songs are like the soundtrack to my life. Well, I was too young to understand why Mama cried when she heard the dance. Those melodies will forever be wrapped around my heart, and that's the power of God. That's right. A lot of songs have come and gone and faded into dust, but no one's ever come along and hit me like he does. 'Cause every time I hear the thunder rolls, I'm right back 10 years old. Those songs are like the soundtrack to my life. But now I'm old enough to understand why Mama cried when she heard the dance. Those melodies will forever be wrapped around my heart, 'cause that's the power of God. Yeah, that's the power of God.
There you go. I'm sure everybody's got a Garth story. Lisa's downloading it, she says. Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So, that is a little bit about me. I'm sure y'all have some great stories out there too, and I appreciate y'all hanging out with us today here on American Songwriter. Again, thank American Songwriter for having me on. I'm going to be doing some stuff as well on my Facebook Live. I've got Thursday Night Live coming up at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night. So please come join me there. We're going to do songs I've written, cover songs, songs that have inspired me throughout the years, some original songs that I've written that will probably never get recorded, some of those surprise songs that people will be like, why don't you record that? You know, and it's just different reasons why, you know. And I'm going to do that on Thursday and then come to Sunday sessions on Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Time. All these are Central Times, by the way. So here's one more song if you guys don't mind. This one's called That'll Be the Day. This was my previous single that came out a few months back. And I wrote it with my good buddy Andy Wills, Brett Cherokee, and Drew Powell. And it's a fun song, you know. All of us grow up in that moment where you're like, oh man, that's never going to happen to me. I'm not going to settle down. I'm not going to get married. I'm not going to do that. But then there's that one day, you know, that it all hits you. It all comes down. So we wanted to capture that moment in time. This is what we're going to do. A question that just came in from American Songwriter magazine before I do this song asks, what advice would I give to aspiring songwriters? My best advice is don't take no for an answer, first of all. And go out and just write every single day you can, even if you're writing at home. Try and pick up the guitar, write a line or two, whatever. Just work on that creative brain power all the time, you know, and just don't quit. You know, if it's something that's on your heart, you wake up every day, you feel like you're going to be a songwriter, you think about writing songs, you think about playing guitar, then you're supposed to do it, you know. So get up every morning and do it, you know, you got to do it. There's going to be every reason in the book not to pick up a pen and paper or pick up a guitar, and you got to fight those urges every single day. And once you pick it up, you're like, oh, it's an old friend right there in your arms. So that's my biggest advice. And go out to as many songwriter nights as you can. Network like crazy. Meet everybody you can. Write with everybody you can, because you never know who that person is writing with or what's going on in their life and what's going on in your life that could lead to some amazing relationships. And it's all about networking. So network like crazy. I always say you rarely hard work yourself to the top. You always network yourself to the top. You know, you really do. So it's all about friendships, relationships. So go out there and make some. Appreciate y'all. This one's called That'll Be the Day. So please go download this one as well. I hope you guys dig it.
Well, Friday night ain't just for the guys, but I ain't living off of Papa John's and Miller Lite. With fast cars and old guitars ain't always on my brain. Yeah, that'll be the day. And half my chick ain't spent on fishing rods and reels. Turning down another round and going home ain't no big deal. But when a girl can make me wanna change, say goodbye to my old ways, yeah, that'll be the day. When she's walking in with her white dress on her daddy's arm, flowers at her feet, feeling in my bed, trying to catch my breath, this forever steals right out next to me. When I'm looking in her eyes and I see all my priorities change, gonna take her hand with all I have, yeah, and not look back, 'cause that'll be the day, yeah. That'll be the day. Come on. Never been the kind to wait outside some dressing room, or the kind of lights on candles now, just to set the mood. And if you told me eventually I'd feel differently, I'd say, yeah, that'll be the day. When she's walking in with her white dress on her daddy's arm, flowers at her feet, giving me my best, trying to catch my breath, this forever steps right out next to me. When I'm looking in her eyes and I see all my priorities changed. Gonna take her in with all I have. Yeah, and I look back. That'll be the day. That'll be the day. Well, there's a lot of things I said I'd never change. Yeah. 'Cause when she's walking in with her white dress on her daddy's arm, flowers at her feet, keeping in my best, trying to catch my breath, so Rebel steps around next to me. When I'm looking in her eyes and I see all my priorities change, gonna take her in with all I have, yeah, and I look back. Gonna take her in with all I have and never look back. That'll be the day. That'll be the day. Yeah, that'll be the day.
Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me here on American Songwriter. Thank you, American Songwriter, for having me on and doing your live for you today. Really appreciate it. Again, I'm Lucas Hoge. Please follow me on all my socials at Lucas Hoge. Hoge is Hoge. Looking forward to seeing you out there on the road soon, hopefully at a show near you one day. So thank you again for all of you for joining me. Look forward to seeing you. Come to my Facebook Live tomorrow night, 7:30 Central Time on my Facebook at Lucas Hoge, and Sunday sessions, 10 a.m. Sunday morning. So hopefully we'll see you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Be safe. Be kind to one another. And we'll see you down the road. See you later. Bye-bye.